Hi, we just finished meeting for intonation practice on Wednesday, March 6th. And we started with, did you have any other questions? So I'm using bold for the words that I will emphasize with higher pitch. And over here, I make them capitals and underline where there's connections and sound changes. So did ya instead of did you? Did ya have any? This will sound like have any other questions. Remember to round your lips for questions. So it's a yes no question, it'll go up. Did you have any other questions? Or if you wanted to emphasize other, maybe you had already been answering questions, but you want to see if there's any more, then you would emphasize other. Did you have any other questions? Who are you rooting for? Who are you? There's kind of a connection here. I guess I'll put it right here. Like invisible W. Who are you rooting for? The T sounds like a D, and it's not a yes no question. If the answer is a real word, then it goes down. So who, what, why, when, where, how. Who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting for? Drop by anytime. Drop by. So it's not really a connection. It's just not releasing the P because you have the B right after it. Drop. So I put that little mark there. Drop by. Drop by any. When you say by, your tongue goes very high, and then any starts lower. So you let your tongue slide, and it makes an invisible Y. Well, there is a visible Y, but drop by any. Drop by anytime. Drop by anytime. Yeah, drop by anytime. Other than that, it's a lot of a lot of voiced thes. Other than that, other than that. When you say then and you know that is coming up after it, you don't have to have your tongue in a perfect in position. You can have your tongue more behind the back teeth, between the middle of the teeth, getting ready to come out for that. Other than that. Well, other than that, we have nothing else to say. And this was originally just, is that it? And then I realized, oh, this can mean two different things. So, is that it? Means, is that all there is? Is that it? And the T turns into a D. Is that it? You don't hear the T in that at all. Is that it? But it can also mean, is that it? Like, which one is it? Is that it? Is that it? Is that? And the same thing, the T you won't hear in that, and the you'll hear the connect with the D. Is that it? The balance sheet. Now, if you're going to say balance with a S at the end, then you have to take a tiny pause in order to make a difference between your S ending and your sh beginning. But I'm not going to be very careful, and I'm just going to kind of skip the S, and it'll sound like the balance sheet. The balance sheet. If I try to put a little S in there, the balance sheet, the balance sheet. It's hard to do because you balance sheet. It's a lot of extra noise. So just skip the S and say the balance sheet. And a little talk about sheet. Remember, sheet is E like eat. And in the vowel diagram, it's the highest position, eat. And shit is a little bit lower like it. So and it's also a shorter duration. So balance sheet should be eat. And if you need to find that position, say eat first. Eat, sheet. Your tongue should be in the same position. And then a little bit lower is shit. So eat it, sheet, shit. Believe has the same eat, E vowel. And then we practiced chord. Your lips have to round, chord, and card. Your lips don't round, they say open. Ah, card. Okay. You're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. I'm not going to say a perfect your. I'm going to make you're not, don't say the T, gonna believe this. You're not going to believe this. This is my signature dish. This is going to connect. This is my signature dish. Everybody involved. Everybody in. It's going to sound like yin. Everybody involved. And don't say the final D. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't instead of I don't know how else you would say it. Couldn't. We're just making the syllabic in couldn't. So your tongue goes up for the D. Couldn't. This is the same for couldn't, wouldn't, shouldn't, all. I couldn't agree more. Everyone has baggage. Everyone has baggage. Everyone has baggage. Two and two. So instead of saying the whole and, we can make it in, and then the two in. It'll make a W sound. Two and two. Two and two equals four. Taste is different year to year. Taste is. This T changes to a D. Diz different. I don't have to say that final T. Year da year. This two changes to a duh because the T changes to a D because it's between two voiced sounds, and oo changes to because it's not stressed, not important. Taste is different year to year. Go with the flow. Go with the. So instead of with the, having a voiceless th and then a voiced th, just skip it and go with the. Go with the. It can be voiceless because that's easier. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Lots of connections. It's not. It's not. Don't say the final T. Not the in. Usually we say the instead of the when the next word begins with a vowel. And so going from E, it's invisible Y happens. The end, the end. It's not the end of the world. In the. Of has a V sound, but you don't have to say the V sound when it's before a consonant. In the world, and you don't have to make the final D. Just hold the tongue position. It's not the end of the world. I'm eyeing the new model of iPhone. I'm eyeing. I'm eyeing connects. I didn't spell it that way. Maybe I should. I'm eyeing. I kind of combined fake spelling and real spelling with this. I'll just leave it the way it is. I'm eyeing the new model of iPhone. Of here is before a vowel, so we do keep the V and we connect it. I'm eyeing the new model of iPhone. We were in awe. I didn't see any need to emphasize we because it's a pronoun. So really, awe is the most important thing. So we were in awe. We were in awe. Once you see it this way, it doesn't even look like what it means, but that's the way it sounds. We were in awe. We were in awe. It struck a chord in the hearts of the audience. It struck a chord in the hearts of the audience. You can say of the, but you don't have to. Hearts of the. It struck a chord in the hearts of the audience. What a change! What a, the T changes to a D. What a change. What a change. Compound words. We're not going to hear the D, so don't even bother because the N and the D are made in the same place. So you just go up for the N and skip the D. Compound words. That's it. All right, I'll do it again without talking. Did you have any other questions? Who are you rooting for? Drop by anytime. Other than that, is that it? Or is that it? The balance sheet. You're not going to believe this. This is my signature dish. Everybody involved. I couldn't agree more. Everyone has baggage. Two and two equals four. Taste is different year to year. Go with the flow. It's not the end of the world. I'm eyeing the new model of iPhone. We were in awe. It struck a chord in the hearts of the audience. What a change! Compound words. All right, that's it. Thanks. I hope this was helpful, and I hope the this format is okay. Please let me know. I'm still getting feedback about having my picture smaller and the screen bigger. Let me know if it's better, worse, no different. Thanks, and I hope to see you next Wednesday.